In America, the average healthy lifespan ends at 66. That means for most people, everything after that is pills, procedures, and losing independence year after year. But in Japan, they have got over 95,000 people aged 100 and older who are still active, still sharp, and still walking to the grocery store without help. So what's their secret? It's not magic. It's not perfect genetics. And no, it's not expensive supplements. Since 1928, Japan has had a nationwide morning movement routine, a simple set of 6 gentle exercises practiced by kids, adults, and seniors alike. No equipment, no gym, just 15 minutes a day. That adds decades of strength, balance, and confidence. In this video, I'll break down those 6 exact movements, step by step, show you how to do them properly at any fitness level, and most importantly, how they help you age stronger, not slower. Before we get started, drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Number 1, Shikodachi, the sumo stance. Let's kick things off with a movement that's been used by Japan's most powerful athletes for over 1,500 years. It's called Shikodachi, or the sumo stance, and it's not just for wrestlers. This posture builds the exact leg strength older adults need for everyday life, getting out of chairs, climbing stairs, keeping balance, and preventing falls. Here's how to do it. Stand with your feet twice, shoulder width apart. Turn your toes outward at a 45-degree angle. Now slowly lower your hips like you're sitting between your legs, not behind them. Keep your spine straight and your chest open. Place your hands on your thighs for support if needed. At first, just hold this for 20 to 30 seconds. If you feel shaky, stand near a wall or hold onto a sturdy chair. As you get stronger, work up to 1-2 minutes. You'll feel it in your quads, glutes, and inner thighs, muscles most people over 50 have lost touch with. Why does this matter? Because those are your independence muscles. When they're strong, you move it like someone 20 years younger. When they're weak, that's when stairs become scary. Biomechanics studies have shown this stance actually activates more leg muscles than regular squats, but with less joint strain. In the wide open hip angle, it helps undo decades of stiffness from sitting too much. Master this one move and you'll build the foundation for all the others. Next up, we're going to test your balance in a completely different way with a posture inspired by a cat getting ready to leap. Number 2, Nekowashi Dachi, the cat stance. If Shikodachi gave you a solid foundation, this next move wakes up the part of your body that quietly saves you from injury every single day, your balance system. Nekowashi Dachi, or the cat stance, comes from traditional karate and mimics the way a cat gently tests the ground before pouncing. It's graceful, subtle, and surprisingly powerful for your ankles, hips, and core. Here's how to do it. Start by standing with one foot slightly forward. The ball of your front foot lightly touches the ground like a cat pawing the floor. Your back foot stays fully planted, carrying about 70% of your weight. Both knees are gently bent, and your hips stay square facing forward. It'll feel weird at first, and that's the point. This position activates deep stabilizer muscles most people haven't used in years. It sharpens your ankle control, strengthens the arch of your foot, and lights up the core to keep you upright. These are the exact muscles that help you avoid slips and falls on uneven surfaces. Start by holding for 20-30 seconds on each side next to a wall or chair for safety. Over time, add small weight shifts or slow arm movements to challenge your stability. Bonus: Japanese therapists often prescribe this stance to retrain balance after injury. That's how effective it is. Once you get comfortable here, we'll take things down to the floor and discover how a centuries-old sitting position can realign your posture better than any back brace ever could. Number 3, Seiza, proper sitting posture. Let's take it to the floor, but don't worry, this one isn't about flexibility or pain. It's about resetting your posture from the ground up, just like the Japanese have done for centuries. Seiza, which means proper sitting, was once the standard way people sat during meals, tea ceremonies, and meditation. Today, it's a gentle but powerful way to stretch the muscles that cause most posture problems after 50. Here's how to do it. Kneel on a mat or soft surface. Keep your knees together and fold your feet underneath you so the tops of your feet rest on the floor. Then slowly sit back onto your heels, keeping your back tall and relaxed. Feel tight in the knees or ankles. Totally normal. Just place a firm cushion or a yoga block between your heels and hips. That tiny adjustment makes a big difference. Why does this matter? Because the seated position stretches tight hip flexors and quads, the exact muscles that pull your body into that or hunched over aged posture. It also activates your deep core and spinal stabilizers, unlike sitting in a chair where those muscles basically shut off. Start with just 30 seconds to 1 minute and gradually build to 3-5 minutes a day. Do it while watching TV or meditating, and it'll quietly start to reshape how you sit, stand, and walk. And now that your posture is waking up, it's time to tap into something deeper, both physically and mentally. The next movement isn't just for your body, it's for your brain and nervous system. Number 4, Zazen, seated meditation. Now that you've started to unlock better posture with SEO, let's go deeper, not just into your hips and spine, but into your nervous system itself. Zazen, which literally means seated meditation, is more than just sitting still. It's a powerful isometric posture that comes from Zen monasteries where monks would hold it for hours a day, not just for spiritual clarity, but for physical strength and endurance. Here's how to set up: sit on the floor in a cross-legged position. If you can do full or half lotus, great. If not, a simple crisscross seat is perfect. Now place a firm cushion under your hips. This slight elevation makes it easier to keep a naturally tall spine. Imagine a string lifting the top of your head toward the ceiling. Your shoulders relax. Your chin slightly tucks. Hands rest gently in your lap. Now breathe. That's it. But don't be fooled. This position activates your deep core, including the transverse abdominis and multifidus muscles, which protect your spine and improve balance. Meanwhile, the hips get a deep stretch, especially if you sit consistently each day. But here's where it gets really interesting. Studies show that Zazen stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your brain that tells the body you're safe now. Heal. This helps lower cortisol, calm the mind, and even promote cellular repair. Start with 5-10 minutes a day, focusing on slow, natural breathing. Over time, aim for 15 to 20 minutes. You'll feel a shift not just in your spine, but in how you handle stress, sleep, and even pain. And once your core is awake and your nervous system is on your side, it's time to rebuild true strength from the legs up with a stance designed by samurai. Number 5, Kibadachi, the horse stance. If Zazen tuned up your inner strength, Kibadachi is where we bring it outward with a powerful grounded stance used by samurai warriors and karate masters to train for battle. But today, you're not training for war, you're training for independence. Kibadachi means horse stance, and it mimics the stable position of sitting on horseback. It's designed to build deep leg strength, lateral stability, and awaken muscles most people stop using after age 50. Here's how to do it. Stand with your feet a little wider than shoulder width, about 1 extra foot on each side. Keep your feet parallel, not turned out. Bend your knees and lower your hips as if sitting into an invisible chair. Your spine stays tall, core engaged, and your arms relaxed by your sides. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds and repeat 2 to 3 times. Over time, aim for 1-2 minutes per round. Feel the burn, that's your quads, adductors, glutes, and deep hip stabilizers all firing at once. Why does this matter? Because these are the muscles that prevent side-to-side falls, improve how your hips and knees track together, and support joint health in the long run. Studies even show Kibadachi improves proprioception, your body's sense of space and movement, something that naturally declines with age. Train this consistently and you'll feel more stable walking on uneven surfaces, stepping off curbs, or getting out of bed. Now to tie it all together, we'll end with one final move. It's not ancient, but it's the perfect blend of modern science and ancestral wisdom. And it will show you just how strong your legs have truly become. Number 6, wall squat, the invisible chair. We've built your foundation, fired up your balance, reset your posture, awakened your core, and grounded your strength. Now it's time to test the whole system with a deceptively simple movement that many trainers call the Great Revealer. Enter the wall squat, also known as the invisible chair. It's not traditional Japanese, but it's widely used by modern Japanese physiotherapists and coaches, especially in rehab and senior fitness programs. Why? Because it activates everything you've been working on all at once without requiring any equipment. Here's how to do it. Stand with your back flat against the wall, feet about 12 inches forward and shoulder width apart. Slowly slide down the wall until your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle, like you're sitting in an invisible chair. Make sure your knees are stacked over your ankles, not shooting past your toes. Now, hold. Start with 30 seconds, breathing deeply and evenly. Gradually work up to 2 to 3 minutes over time. You'll feel it in your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and core. But the real magic is what's happening inside. Studies show that wall squats stimulate slow-twitch muscle fibers, the ones responsible for endurance and postural support. These muscles are key for standing longer, walking farther, and reducing knee pain. Even better, wall squats promote capillarization, blood vessel growth, improve circulation to the legs, and have been linked to maintaining bone density, a huge factor in preventing osteoporosis. Pro tip, place a soft ball or pillow between your knees and gently squeeze it during the hold. This fires up your inner thigh muscles and encourages better knee alignment. This movement is also your progress tracker. If you start at 30 seconds and 1 month later you're holding for 2 minutes, your body is telling you you're getting stronger. And here's the best part. No gym, no impact, no excuses. Now that you've learned all 6 movements, I'm going to show you exactly how to put them together into a real-life routine that takes just 5 minutes a day and could transform how you move for the next 20 years. Don't go anywhere. This is the part that makes all the difference. You've made it to the end, and now you've got something powerful in your hands. Not just 6 movements, but a system that's helped tens of thousands of Japanese adults stay strong, independent, and pain-free deep into their 80s, 90s, and even past 100. And here's the best part. You don't need to do all 6 every day. Let me show you a realistic routine that fits into busy lives and tired bodies. Just 5 to 7 minutes a day. Morning, 2.5 minutes total. Start with 30 seconds of Seiza. Gently stretch and realign your posture. Move into 1 minute of Zazen. Activate your core and calm your mind. Finish with 30 seconds per leg of Nekoashi Dachi. Wake up your balance system. Evening, 4 minutes total. Begin with 1 minute of Shikodachi. Reopen tight hips and legs after a long day. Shift into 1 minute of Kibadachi. Strengthen legs and lateral stability. End with a 2-minute wall squat, your personal progress check-in. That's it. No gym, no pressure, no excuses. Just a few intentional minutes that compound daily into strength, balance, and confidence. Remember, this isn't about being perfect. It's about being better than yesterday. That's the Japanese mindset of Kaizen, small, consistent improvements that lead to big changes over time. If you've made it this far, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment with your first name, age, and where you're watching from. I read every one, and I'll be choosing a few to send a printable cheat sheet of all 6 moves. Your future self will thank you for starting today. What if I told you there's a simple movement, no machines, no equipment, that can build leg strength, improve posture, boost your energy, and yes, even support your libido? Sounds wild, right? But it's real, and most people over 50 have never even heard of it. It's called the horse stance, and while it may look like just standing, don't be fooled. This ancient pose has been practiced for centuries by martial artists, healers, and athletes, not for how it looks, but for what it does. Here's the kicker. It only takes 2 minutes a day, and you can do it in your living room, your kitchen, or even next to your bed. No gym membership, no running, no strain on your joints. But the real value, it trains your mind just as much as your muscles. And what it does for balance, joint health, pelvic circulation, and even hormonal vitality might surprise you. In this video, I'll break down exactly why the horse stance works and how you can start using it today to stay strong, sharp, and centered after 50. Stick with me because benefit number 7 is something nobody talks about, but everyone over 50 should know. Before we get started, drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. When real strength begins from the ground up. Let's face it, after 50, leg strength isn't just about looking fit. It's about getting up from a chair without using your hands, climbing stairs without wincing, and walking confidently without worrying about losing your balance. The horse stance is like a power station for your lower body. When you sink into this position, your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and calves all fire up at once, and they stay activated the entire time you hold the pose. There's no bouncing, no pounding, just pure controlled tension. And that's where the magic happens. Unlike fast-paced exercises that can wear down your knees or hips, this stance builds strength without wear and tear. It's gentle on the joints, but tough on the muscles, the perfect combo for the aging body. And here's something most people don't realize. The stronger your legs are, the more independent you stay. From carrying groceries to catching your balance on a wet floor, your legs are your life support. Just 2 minutes a day of horse stance can restore power you did not know you'd lost and give you a grounded, steady feeling that radiates into everything you do. Because aging gracefully doesn't mean losing strength, it means building smarter. 2. A strong core is more than abs, it's your lifeline. Most people think core strength is about six-pack abs, but after 50, it's about something far more important: stability, posture, and protecting your spine. The horse stance quietly works your entire core, not just your front, but your sides, obliques, and deep lower back muscles, too. When you hold this position, your body has to stabilize itself without leaning forward, twisting, or collapsing. That subtle effort, it's your core firing on all cylinders. Here's why this matters. A strong core reduces pressure on your lower back, helps you sit and stand longer without pain, and improves how your body moves as a whole. Everyday things like turning while driving, standing in line, or even getting out of bed become smoother and less tiring. And unlike crunches or planks that can strain the neck or shoulders, the horse stance teaches core endurance, the kind of strength that holds you upright through your day. This is the quiet, behind-the-scenes power that keeps you standing tall and pain-free. No flashy moves, no fast reps, just you, breathing, holding, and getting stronger where it truly counts. Because after 50, your core isn't cosmetic, it's foundational. 3. Regain your balance and reconnect with your body. One of the most overlooked signs of aging is the quiet loss of balance. You don't notice it until you miss a step, stumble over the curb, or start reaching for walls just in case. But what if you could train your body to sense itself better without even moving? That's where the horse stance comes in. Holding this position forces your body to stay centered from your feet to your head. Your muscles fire to keep you upright, but more importantly, your brain reactivates something called proprioception, your internal GPS that tells you where your body is in space. Think of it like recalibrating your balance system. Over time, this not only improves stability, but helps you move with more confidence, whether you're hiking, dancing, or just walking down the driveway on a slick morning. And here's a bonus. This balance training doesn't require standing on one foot or using fancy equipment. Just your body, your breath, and a bit of stillness. Because the truth is, falls aren't just accidents, they're warnings. The horse stance helps you respond before they happen, restoring that quiet confidence in every step you take. Or support below the belt, without pills or awkward talks. Let's talk about something most fitness videos don't: your pelvic health. Because after 50, it's not just about strength and balance, it's also about circulation, vitality, and yes, even sexual function. The horse stance does something unique. It activates the deep muscles around your hips, pelvis, and lower abdomen areas that often get neglected in traditional workouts. As you hold the stance, blood flow increases to the pelvic region, gently stimulating tissues and improving vascular health down there. For men, this can support erectile function by improving circulation and engaging the muscles involved in performance and control. For women, it can improve pelvic floor tone, which supports bladder control stability and sexual wellness. This isn't about vanity, it's about staying connected to your body and enjoying quality of life without relying on medications or expensive treatments. And because this posture also helps regulate breathing and lower stress hormones, you may notice an unexpected bonus, improved mood, better sleep, and a quiet sense of renewed vitality. So if you're looking for a way to feel more alive, not just in the gym, but in your everyday life, the horse stance might just surprise you. Because aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. It can mean waking up. 5. Train the body, quiet the mind. Build resilience that lasts. Most exercises focus on moving the body, but the horse stance does something more powerful. It trains your mind to stay still when everything inside you wants to quit. Holding this position isn't just a physical challenge, it's a mental one. After 30 seconds, your legs begin to shake, your thoughts wander, and your brain tells you to stop. But when you stay, breathe, and focus, something shifts. You're not just building muscle, you're building resilience. This is the kind of toughness that carries over into life. When stress hits, when plans fall apart, when sleep doesn't come easy, your mind is steadier, more anchored. That's because you've practiced sitting with discomfort and not panicking. And science backs this up. Slow focus movement paired with breath regulation reduces cortisol, improves emotional regulation, and builds mental endurance. For anyone over 50, this is a game changer. Because life won't always get easier, but you can get stronger inside and out. And that quiet inner strength. It often starts with doing one small hard thing every day, like standing still when your mind says enough. This isn't just exercise, it's emotional armor. 6. Strong joints, steady steps without the wear and tears. As we age, our joints often become the first to complain. Knees ache, hips stiffen, and simple movements like standing up or reaching down start to feel heavier. But what if you could strengthen your joints without grinding them down? The horse stance offers exactly that. Unlike exercises that involve repetitive motion and impact, which can wear out cartilage and irritate tendons, this pose builds strength through stillness. It's called isometric loading, and it gently conditions the tendons and ligaments that hold your joints together. When you hold the stance, your knees, hips, and ankles engage in perfect alignment. This creates gentle tension enough to trigger adaptation, but not enough to cause strain. Over time, this improves joint integrity, reduces stiffness, and even helps prevent injury from slips or missteps. Think of it as building internal scaffolding, silent support structures that keep you stable and pain-free. If you've ever skipped exercise because you're afraid of hurting your knees or overdoing it, this movement offers a safe, effective way to build strength around your joints, not against them. Your joints don't need to give out with age. They just need the right kind of training. 7. Unlock your hips. Unlock your life. If your hips feel stiff when you get out of the king or tight when you try to tie your shoes, you're not alone. Reduced hip mobility is one of the sneakiest signs of aging and one of the biggest reasons people lose their ability to move freely. The horse stance targets this directly. As you lower into the position, your hip joints gently open, stretching the muscles and connective tissue around the pelvis. Unlike aggressive stretching routines, this pose lets you increase flexibility gradually and safely. No jerking, no deep lunges, no yoga pretzels required. Better hip mobility doesn't just help you move more easily, it improves your posture, balance, digestion, and even lowers your risk of falls. Tight hips pull on the lower back, compress the spine, and throw your whole body out of alignment. But here's the beauty of the horse stance: you don't have to go low to benefit. Even a shallow version helps loosen those hips over time. More open hips mean less stiffness in the morning, more freedom in the afternoon, and more confidence everywhere in between. Because when your hips move well, so does the rest of your life. 8. Boost hormones. Naturally feel more like you again. Ever feel like your energy just isn't what it used to be? Or that your mood dips for no clear reason? You're not imagining it. After 50, hormonal shifts can impact everything from sleep and motivation to libido and mood. But here's the good news. The horse stance can help bring things back into balance naturally. When you hold this position, your body enters a state of controlled stress, the good kind. This mild physical challenge triggers a healthy response, reduced cortisol, your stress hormone, and increased circulation of testosterone and endorphins, even in short sessions. That means more vitality, better mood, and even improved cognitive clarity. And because it involves slow breathing and full body engagement, the stance has a grounding effect on the nervous system, calming anxiety, sharpening focus, and giving you that steady, I've got this energy. It's not a miracle, it's mechanics. You're telling your body, I'm still here, I still move, and I still matter. And the body responds. So if you're tired of energy crashes and feeling off, don't reach for another supplement. Try standing still with purpose. You might be surprised by what starts to shift. 9. Total body engagement without a single step. What if you could activate nearly every major muscle group in your body without even taking a step? That's the hidden genius of the horse stance. Though it looks still on the outside, this position is alive with internal activity. Your legs hold your body weight. Your core stabilizes your spine. Your back and shoulders stay upright, and even your arms engage subtly as you maintain posture and balance. It's a full body workout in disguise, quiet, efficient, and incredibly effective. This kind of muscle activation is called isometric training, and it's ideal for people over 50 because it builds strength without repetitive stress, protects joints, and improves neuromuscular coordination. How well your brain and body communicate. Even better, it mimics real-life strength, holding your body steady while carrying groceries, lifting a grandchild, or navigating uneven ground. These are the everyday movements that matter, and horse stance trains you for them. No fancy equipment, no loud music, just your body working together in sync from the inside out. So if traditional workouts feel too hard on your joints, but you still want strength, stability, and stamina, this is your move. 10. A gym in your body. No equipment, no excuses. Let's be honest, most people over 50 don't love going to the gym. Between the crowded machines, loud music, and risk of injury, it's easy to skip it entirely. But what if your own body could become your most effective gym and you could carry it with you anywhere? That's the beauty of the horse stance. No dumbbells, no yoga mat, no mirror wall required. Just you, a bit of space, and a few quiet moments. You can do it in your bedroom, on your patio, during a lunch break, even barefoot in the kitchen, while your coffee brews. And because it takes less than 2 minutes, it actually gets done. No hour-long routines, no long warm-ups. Just consistent, efficient effort and results you can feel. This kind of simplicity isn't just convenient, it's sustainable. And sustainability is what creates real change after 50. You don't need a gym membership. You need a habit. And this one is so accessible, there's really no reason not to try them. So wherever life takes you, on vacation and retirement, at home, your personal gym is already with you. You just have to take a stance and hold it. How to do the horse stance, simple and safe. Start with your feet together. Step out with the toes out, heels out pattern until your legs are about double shoulder width. Turn your toes slightly outward. Slowly lower your hips as if sitting on an invisible stool, thighs angled toward parallel with the floor. Keep your back straight, chest lifted, and knees tracking over your toes. Eyes forward, chin level. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Hold for 30 seconds to start working up to 1 to 2 minutes over time. Focus on staying tall, grounded, and calm. No rush, your power builds in stillness. Who should avoid the horse stance? Avoid this exercise if you've recently had surgery on your knees, hips, or lower back, or if you have uncontrolled high blood pressure or severe balance issues. Always consult your doctor or physical therapist before starting any new movement routine, especially if you have chronic joint or heart conditions. The power of stillness and why it matters now. In a world that's always pushing you to do more, move faster, and stay busy, the horse stance offers something radically different. Stillness with purpose. It's not flashy, it won't go viral on social media, but it works Because at this stage in life, you don't need more noise. You need strength that lasts, balance that protects, and confidence that comes from within. With just 2 minutes a day, you can rebuild lower body strength, regain stability, improve posture, and support your internal health without machines, without pills, and without leaving your home. And the truth is, this isn't just about exercise. It's about proving to yourself that you're not done growing, that you still have the power to improve, to take control, to invest in you. Small, consistent actions change lives. The horse stance is one of them. So the question is, will you try it? Stand up, find a quiet space, and give it just 30 seconds. Let your body remind you what it's capable of, and let your mind feel that grounded power again. And if you already practice the horse stance, I'd love to hear your experience in the comments below. How long can you hold it?